have a large social media presence, and you've been really big on kind of talking about the importance of protecting drag. And I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
give you an opportunity to talk about why protect drag.
Yes. So for me, like again, purpose of doing drag, number one, is being to entertain people, to take their mind, to take them to a journey away from whatever is troubling them during the day, or even to worry about what they're going to eat for dinner, just
Yeah,
for the moment, even for 5 minutes of my song, if I can take them away from the worries, then that's
right.
it. Number two is inspire. There
Mm,
are kids, there are people that needs to see a different side of the world, needs to hear a different message. Open up that there's options, that there are choices, there are you know that
lots
there
of
are
ways
there's
to be. Yeah,
right. And then for some to be someone that can aspire to do, like if I can inspire someone to do drag and take them away from whatever, you know like
hmm
bad things, that could be abusive, then so be it.
yeah. Has drag
So
done that for you?
for me, yes, either I go shopping, or I do spend my time in grinder or something.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it's something that yeah, it takes time, but meaningful,
hmm
not to just run away from things. you know um when it comes to protecting the drag as an art form, yes, especially now that it's being threatened here in our state,
hmm
in Idaho, that there's a possible bill to pass where they will be preventing drag performances in all public places, and
Yeah,
even reading books in library. Books that are written by LGBTQ, to tell their
right,
stories. You know, so for me, it's a misconception of drag, right?
right.
We are not there to just show our bodies. You know,
hmm
when we are having a show, we are being told by the producer, the organizer, whether it's an all ages or if it's adult only. If it's all
Right,
ages, we need to be appropriate,
right,
and
right,
it's common sense, you know. And if it's 21 and above, as long as there's no nudity, go for it.
right,
But the messaging are appropriate to the audience, and that's what I'd like to share to everybody. Is most of the people that reacts to drag haven't been to a drag show, or if they
hmm
do, they were at 21 and above, which
right,
is adult, right? But have they been to a drag queen reading a book to children?
right,
Children have no concept of sexualizing things. We are reading fantasy. Like, wouldn't the child or children pay attention if we come more fabulous? If we're reading
right,
about princesses and prince, we come in costume. Whether it's a drag performer or a hired Disney character, they are in drag as well. That's not their
right,
real person. So, what's the difference,
right,
right? We're not there to corrupt children's mind. It's an art form, like I said. It's a freedom of expression. It's a freedom of um, creativity. So,
yes.
and the shows is also a right to 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 come together. It's like
Mm-hmm.
protest. If the right is about Pride Festival, because we are protesting in a more fabulous way than picketing.
Right,
It's protesting to say that we are here, and we deserve the love, the respect, and the inclusivity of the society. So
right.
yeah,
We're human too.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because
So
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of the laws are kind of just relegating us back to the bars where they think that's the only place we exist, which is a
Mhm.
great space to exist, but we all live outside of that as well, and we bring our full selves out into community. So yeah, I and that's a lot of why I wanted to do this series was so folks who maybe only hear about us on TV or
Right.
whatever, they can see that there's more to us and there's thought behind what we do, and we might even have some spirituality.
Exactly. Like we hold shows to raise funds for food pantry.
Hmm.
To raise funds to help the community. We're
Yeah.
not just prancing around because we want attention. I mean, it's part of it, but
Right.
there's something good coming out of it.
Yeah.
And for people to threaten the shows that without understanding that the shows were put up because we want to help, like let's say a college student food pantry, for
Hmm.
struggling students or even employees of the college that they cannot afford food for raising something so they can go to these places they can stock up on food and canned goods or whatever,
Right.
and it's a wonderful thing. It's a matter of just using our art, you know.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I am enjoying this conversation. I feel like I could talk to you forever, but we're pretty much past the time that I usually like to go. But I want to give you an opportunity to, share anything that you'd like to share, maybe that you haven't got to say yet, or you would just like to say again.
Yeah, so for everyone, give drag a chance. Understand. We are open for dialogue. Sometimes if we don't understand, we just don't assume things. We don't conclude based on what we hear.
Mm,
We open a communication line. You can find me on TikTok or on Instagram or even here on YouTube. Send us a message, questions, and all these comments that help inform. You need to clarify things, then I'm open for that dialogue. So
hmm.
hopefully we can change people's thinking, outlook in life. you know
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of bend our ear and have a conversation with us, huh?
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me it's an intellectual conversation. Ignorance is sometimes the culprit. We
Mm,
don't know. The fear of not knowing is very powerful.
yes.
And we can easily conclude things based on our fear. But having the knowledge and open communication is much powerful because it can change minds. It can change the way we view the world. Just like what I said um, on my live, Transformation Tuesday. It's not about just transforming myself into this, but also I'm learning from people that are coming to my live. They're learning from me in terms of understanding my point of view, and
Hmm.
we come into that, like a middle ground where we give each other a chance to process and think about it, after the live or after, you know, while we're in our bed. We think about, yeah, it makes sense, that other person think this way and all that,
Right. Yeah.
so yeah.
For sure. Well, I thank you along with C Watkins 63 on
Oh
YouTube.
yes, Kathy, hi.
Yes, we thank you so much for being here tonight, Jasmine, and taking the time to share just a little bit of yourself here and the work that you do in community. It's so powerful and so necessary. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Um,
Mom.
yes, have a great evening, and thanks everyone as well who joined us. Join me this week on Wednesday as I interview Vice, and then on Friday I am with who am I with on Friday? I'm with I just booked them.
Victoria again.
Serafina,
Oh, Seraphine.
who's from like the Twin Falls area, and then on Saturday is Chico Mia, who is
Ah,
originally from Brazil, but is now in Boise. So, but
well, I
yes,
hope to meet all of them in the future.
yes, we'll have to set something up for sure.
I know.
All
Well,
right, everyone.
if we need to go to the capital in Boise, then yes.
Yes, definitely. And I host a Dragon Spirituality Summit in October,
Mm,
so maybe I can get some of the folks there for that. So I'll get
that
you
will
the
be a wonderful.
information for sure. All
Well,
right, take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.
bye. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Oops, I pushed the wrong.